after you do the voting thing and you realize that it's meaningless, you are putting your envelope in a sea of envelopes that it will all be transported into the glorious box where the electors will choose the president.
I'm about to tell you something that may sound insane, may sound unbelievable, may sound like a conspiracy, but I urge you to keep an open mind. After personally exploring the depths of human perception, I have come to the conclusion that Donald Trump is dead. When he was diagnosed with COVID-19, he was almost immediately taken to the Walter Reed Medical Center. Now, this was not for him to be treated with the amazing medicine and standards of government-run healthcare, but rather so his dying body could be quietly disposed of while the deep state clone finished forming. Now, I know this sounds outlandish, but as I go through this evidence, you'll start to understand why this is the only possibility. First of all, Trump's behavior has been very weird since he beat COVID, quote unquote. His energy levels have been up and down, his breathing labored. He has been saying some really strange things. Some people claim his strange behavior is just a combination of the recovery process, the extra strength drugs and steroids, or they even claim that our president said all this weird kind of stuff before he had COVID. I don't remember him saying anything weird before. Another fact, his skin has shifted to a different shade of orange. It used to be a bright, lively atomic orange, but has eroded into a splotchy green tinged orange that kind of looks like a peach that is molding from the inside out.
That's exactly what it looks like too.
This is the clone rejecting the orange skin, as it was programmed to work with more human color shades. We must all take action and vote for Joe Biden. Otherwise, the Trump clone will remain in power, eventually override his programming, and become an authoritarian fascist, which will undoubtedly mean Coachella will be canceled again next year. The choice is yours, America.
I heard him say, suburban women, please love me, or please like me. You like me? Like, It's like, Jesus Christ, suburbs. These are so broken. Because you could hear the little twinge of like little boy in his room. Please, please. He might as well have said he should have replaced suburban women with daddy. Suburban daddy, please love me. Suburban, anyone who's from the suburbs, as long as they're not from the slums of the Bronx or is anywhere other than Upper Manhattan or Lower Manhattan. I don't know which Manhattan is the rich Manhattan. Which Manhattan is the rich Manhattan? It's a question as old as time.
No, you should go with Chicago. Everybody knows what that means.
Yeah, but that's not where he's from. Fake news. Fake news.
Yeah, the 60 Minutes thing was really awkward.
All right, dude. I have some very serious and weird thoughts that it's another one of those things that it's like I was doing this subconsciously, but I didn't realize I didn't realize there was a purpose to it until today, right? And that is that if I'm watching something and like Trump is talking or a clip or whatever, I immediately start looking at something else, right? Like I'm but most of the time when I'm watching these shows, like I'm doing something on my phone or whatever, but this time I realized like, oh no, I'm avoiding looking at him. That's what it is. It's like I'm just straight up not like I don't want to see him. He's so fucking gross. But this time, because of that 60 Minutes, like they pull real close to the faces. They like watch any 60 Minutes interview. It's like if there are two people sitting in a chair, the interview subject's face fills up the screen, right? And Trump is more so than I had ever realized, just nothing. It's like those like magnet tiles that you buy that have different words on them, and then you rearrange them on your refrigerator to make like sexually suggestive things or like whatever goofy little whatever. Donald Trump is one of those bags, but there's only but there's no free associated words. It's just like 6 phrases, right? And so as I was looking at him, I realized that I found my favorite one. I found my favorite Trump phrase, which is the everybody says so. Everybody's talking about it, right?
Are you ready for some tough questions?
You're going to be fair.
I'm going to be fair.
Just be fair.
Are you ready for some tough questions?
You're going to be fair.
I'm going to be fair.
Just be fair. You're going to be fair.
I'm going to be fair.
Just be fair. Be fair.
I'm going to be fair.
Just be fair.
Why do you want this job? Why do you want to be president again?
I would say China.
The biggest domestic priority is for you right now.
I would say China.
Okay. You promised that there was going to be a new health package.
I doubt it. I really doubt it. And that's where we're going, and that's where we're headed.
Okay.
It is developed. It is fully developed.
Will you please like me? Please.
Oh, I didn't say that. Suburban women, will you please like me?
Will you please like me? Please.
Oh, I didn't say that.
I saved your damn neighborhood, okay?
I feel masks possibly work.
Okay.
There has never been anything like what you're witnessing now, and you'll see that soon. And when I finish, go back home to mommy.
The whole thing is fucking bullshit in the first place. The Supreme Court, what the fuck? Why? No, what? Where did that come from? What part of fucking Jefferson or fucking Hamilton or whoever the fuck those motherfuckers were, what part of their minds was thinking this is the way we should go? We need to make sure that we replace the king with some sort of fucking
some sort
oracle,
of almost kings.
Oracle of fucking almost dead people that are going to decide the fate of everyone.
Just burn, like, dude, burn that whole fucking city. Like, it's just so awful. And it's like a slow motion train wreck that will take our whole lives, right? Like, it's like we'll be old people and be like, you remember when there was like the sun wasn't blocked out by the smoke from the fires all over the entire like the entire part of the United States is like past the Rockies, and you'll go, yeah, and it's like, yeah, that was nice. We used to play catch. It's like fucking, like they fucked it up. They fucked up the earth, and now, like, and this is hell. This is I'm just made the decision. It's fucking hell. And
Well, so I think will Joe Biden consider packing the courts?
no,
No, I don't think so. But will a future Democratic president do it? Or try to, at least? I could see that happening, especially if the left continues to push the party further left and make it impossible or much less likely for a kind of
a Republican to win.
No, I'm saying like
No, I mean like one of those Democrats that's actually a Republican.
Right, yeah, but I mean, like, I think that there's a possibility of having an actual president, a Democratic presidential candidate who is not beholden to the establishment and might actually do something like even if it's like a Bernie light. If we could, like, you know what I mean?
Or
maybe next time around we can get some sort like even if they're not as far left as Bernie, but they're far left enough to keep pushing. You know what I mean?
The one ray of hope that I have, right, is that Kamala Harris folds under pressure. Right.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you look at her Senate voting record, she's voted very, very progressively. I can't deny that. Like her record as a prosecutor and all that is a completely different story. But as a Senate,
the 90s.
I mean, you got to take it all in for sure. You can't ignore one side or whatever. But at least she is, for the most part, going to be keeping things at least on the social levels and kind of bare bones levels, more.
The only things that any of us have any control over, the only reason why we ever vote for these fucking Democrats in the first place is just to keep,
to keep the demons at bay. It's
yes.
Like, always, like, you can't build a society if you're always trying to fight fucking demons off. And you can argue about whether the outcome will end up one way or the other, but I think, kind of trying to infiltrate the Democratic Party, and it's like it will either come out to two ways. It will end up with a
split.
Just like a constant struggle, which would probably eventually end up with the moderate neolibs or whatever winning the struggle somehow.
You mean like they already did?
With another 8 years of like an Obama like haze over people where like shit
The
just
Kamala presidency.
Yeah, where people
Obama,
slip back into the coma, or whatever. But like or you're talking about a constant push with more and more progressive and people who don't take PAC money and all that kind of stuff, and then you get to the point where there is a split. That's the other outcome. So, and I think that's probably the better outcome. That's obviously probably the end game of someone like Justice Democrats is to create another party within the Democratic Party, it's like a
caucus.
It's like a growth.
Yeah.
It's like a parasite.
A cancer.
A parasite. Yeah, whatever.
I like it.
The Democratic Party is the host
from the
body.
inside. Yes.
We're getting Halloweeny, folks. We're getting real Halloween.
Yeah, we need to fucking get all up in their fucking orifices and eat their fucking shit from the inside. Eat their intestines, eat their heart.
Exactly.
Do it.
Take all the best Democrats, get them all to come over to the left side.
Yeah, or the ones that at least see the writing on the wall. Hey, do you want to come with us, or do you want to be eating fucking ass first? Your choice.
Basically, when the Democrats have power, they take this old shitty house and they start painting it. We're just going to paint it. And then when the Republicans take power, they start ripping out fucking important pieces out of it. You know? And then
all the copper's gone.
When the Democrats come back in power, they literally just paint over the patches of where the fucking shit, the important shit, has been ripped out of the foundation.
Yeah, and the house is kind of tilted a little bit.
House is gonna collapse eventually because the Republicans are literally pulling random fucking pieces out of the government whenever they have power, and the Democrats are unable to recoup for the most part. I mean,
no, they don't want to, right? Like keeping the House. This is the other big revelation, right? That I had about all this fucking cunthead, cuntberg. Cuntberg Supreme Court justice is that like Democrats, the only whatever the quote unquote real Democrats, the blue dogs or whatever the fuck they're called, they need the House to be on the verge of collapse, right? They put as much copper and plumbing and whatever back into the House after the Republicans rip the foundation out of the, you know what I mean? It's like the House is, when the Republicans are done, it's standing on like one pole, right? And the Democrats, they come in and they hammer a few nails and they just pray to God that the Republicans aren't going to come back and knock the House over on them, right? and like they're so afraid, right? But that's not the Democrats that actually are there. They're all friends. They all know each other. They all participate, right? But it's just the Democrats are the janitors, right? They're they sweep the floor. They put the toilet back together. They install a new shower head, and then they sit on the porch and they wait. And they wait.
Right.
And eventually
and they don't really
rabid Republicans is on the horizon, and they just sit there and wait for them.
And they never think like maybe I should do a renovation on this house. It's just like they just do these basically just the minor repairs.
Yeah.
But they never think like we need a full renovation on this part of the house that's going to collapse on itself.
This is the other thing about the house. The house in this metaphor is the Constitution, right?
Yeah.
So it's 400 years old. They can't get any more water out of the stone, right? Like that's it. That's all there is, right? So some kind of Keynesian, FDR New Deal thing will then be on the table because that's the only thing that's going to save their asses too. I don't know why that's not kind of how they're thinking right now. Because how much more fucking money do you goddamn fucking need? Like,
right.
How much more do you want everyone to kill you? Like that's...
In order to keep the profit machine going,
right,
the people who buy shit have to have money. So,
right,
like, today the stock market, or I think the Dow dropped 900 points. Just because, like, over the past, like, few days, people are realizing, like, yeah, there's no stimulus shit's going to happen anytime soon. The fucking virus is getting way worse. Europe is fucking shutting down right now again. Yeah. Like, and no one's paying attention either. But, like, literally every, major Western European countries is going back to, like, March level.
Yeah, shutting the fuck down.
April level shutdowns or whatever, yeah. So we're, things are about to, and it's just like right now the U.S. is fucking 6 weeks behind everything else in every way possible. And it's coming. And investors who are really watching this shit, because they know they're not going to risk.
It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to see this coming either.
Yeah, but I mean, like, investors are not going to fucking risk their fortunes on some fucking bullshit that Trump says. They don't fucking believe what he says. They just fucking like the fact that he's in power, because he's doing them favors constantly.
Right.
They don't believe that the virus is a hoax or it's not that big of a deal or anything. They're fucking taking this shit more seriously than anyone else. And that's why they figured out how to make money off of it so quickly. It was like the matter of flipping a switch for them. They were able to, like, immediately profit off of this shit.
Yeah, this is my fundamental question about all that stuff, right? So, like, whatever the first, like, stimulus, there was that whole the brouhaha about how, like, whatever, we all got $1,200, but, like, like the cruise industry got a fucking couple billion, right? And it's like, what is that money gonna be worth? should be, without question, the easiest candidate to run against that has ever been. You should be able to instill everyone with hope and change and fun and happiness and sunshine and rainbows, because your opponent is a fucking sun-dried tomato that came to life and started eating the town. Like, there's never been a worse president, other than the fact that 9/11 didn't happen. Oh wait, that's right, I did the calculations. 70 9/11s. That's how many deaths from fucking COVID. 70 9/11s. Give up hope. Like, stop thinking that anything good is going to happen ever. Like, don't. We don't know. How are we going to get somebody who we can vote for with like a clear conscience? Since when does anyone ever vote with a clear conscience that has an actual conscience? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, like, there's no good. There's no good in politics. Nothing is good. You get like every story you hear about this good man went to Washington to try to do good, and then he fucking got eaten by a special interest group and shat out of Satan's asshole, and now he's it's like, that's the story, right? Oh, he grew up in a small town in rural blah blah blah, and fucking then he went to Harvard, and then he got to Washington, and he was going to change things because he grew up on a dirt floor, a shack underneath the fucking railroads or whatever. And it's the same fucking bullshit, right? And but the problem is that we have any hope in any of those people, right? People actually listen to these fucking political speeches and think, oh, that sounds good. That sounds like a good plan. Oh, that seems like that's pretty good. Oh, I guess I could vote for him. And then apparently there's these fucking mutant bug people called swing voters that are still like trying, I don't know,